Welcome to ShowUKare.com. 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 I'm Femi Akinnagbe and I'll be your host. Today I'll be reading from our newsletter Kontemplations on Caring, edition 12, an article entitled 4 Crucial Questions for Conscious Living. While walking upon the road one day, a traveler encountered the Buddha. Awestruck by the glory that shone from the Buddha's face, the traveler asked, "Sir, are you a god?" The Buddha replied, "No." Again, the traveler, "Sir, are you a man?" "No," the Buddha replied once again. Bewildered, the traveler said, "Then, sir, tell me, please, what are you?" The Buddha replied, "I am awake. I am awake. I am awake." As the theme of change remains a mainstay in my life, I find a particular truism making yet another cameo appearance. Like a boomerang, the adage, "What happens in life is unimportant. How we handle what happens in life is crucial," is coming once again into my life. As my season of change is in full swing, I am admonished and encouraged by this saying. Choosing to live life fully, completely, and awake has been a beautiful, experiential endeavor. Things are changing. I am forced to take responsibility for my actions. I am forced and blessed with the opportunity to take responsibility for the direction and flow of my life. And I'm no longer able to claim victim to my circumstances. And I'll tell you that last one has been very hard to let go of. And while I choose to live from a place of personal responsibility and conscious living, I find that 4 crucial questions have been able to help me stay awake in this journey. And that is what I'm sharing with you. Number 1, how am I? We are constantly asking this question to friends, family, people we meet on the street, everyone, everywhere. How am I? How are you? How are you? And not unlike the phrase, "I love you," we're constantly directing that energy outward, yet rarely do we ever direct that energy inward. How are you? How am I? Really giving ourselves the time and space to check in and answer that question is so crucial. No one will ever care for us more than we will care for ourselves, and we can only care for others to the degree that we are able to care for ourselves. So, begin being awake by asking, how am I? Number 2, have you eaten well? I was recently watching a Discovery Channel special. Don't let the fedoras and linen fool you. I am truly a nerd at heart. I was watching Discovery Channel special, and they explained that a traditional Korean greeting can be translated less like "how are you" and more like "have you eaten today?" or "have you rested sufficiently?" I'm reminded of cultures across the globe that greet in this manner, and I think that it is absolutely beautiful. Speaking and caring for the basic needs of a human is so essential, because from that basic point, connection can then come. So asking friends and family, "How are we?" this week can change relationships. Do this for 1 week and see if in this week that doesn't open up a space for open, honest, awake communication. Number 3, how may I serve you? Service has an incredible impact on both the individual offering the service and the individuals receiving the service. It is truly transforming and disarming. This past week, I was in a conversation with one of my brothers, and we began to butt heads. Recognizing the futility of fighting with an individual that is almost as stubborn as myself, I asked him, "How may I serve you?" And that completely shifted the entire conversation. Try asking, "How may I serve you?" either internally or verbally, whichever works for you. But I'll tell you, when you ask it out loud and a person sees that you're coming from a place of wanting to connect and not clash, it transcends and transforms. Try it. Number 4, Where's the gold for all concerned? In The Millionaire Mind by Dr. Thomas J. Stanley, he chronicles, surveys, and interviews over 1,300 of America's millionaires. And one characteristic, above all, that he finds is salient in all millionaires is their determination to look for, an ability to find the gold or good in every situation. With all the twists, turns, and changes that are going on in my life, and no doubt in your own life, we have the opportunity and the choice and the responsibility to look for the gold and not allow ourselves to get bogged down in all the bad things that are happening. Sure, there are things that need to be addressed. That goes without saying. Yet in every situation, there is gold there if we allow ourselves to see it. And my personal choice is to live with leprechaunic determination to find my gold in every situation and help others see theirs. And whether or not they choose to accept theirs is their own prerogative. The road to life is full of twists and turns, and not every single one of those changes are what we would have picked for ourselves initially on the onset. At times we may want the road to turn left and it bends right. Or we may be anticipating a nice downhill slope of easygoingness and are confronted with a slight or major incline. Wherever the road may lead, we have the opportunity to tune out and just commute by, or to tune in and to live conscious and awake. I personally am reserving my tune-out time for television and sitting in front of the boob tube. As far as I'm concerned, I choose to be present, awake, and to fully experience this ride, this journey, this experience we call life. What do you choose? How will you show up in life today, this week, and forever? Do you coast by and not acknowledge and recognize the beauty around you? Or are you present? Are you here? Because there's no time like now, and we will never get now back. My name is Femi Akinnagbe. Thank you so much for your time. This is ShowUKare.com, ShowUKare.com. Get online, cop a shirt, join the movement, support the campaign. ShowUKare.com, where we turn caring and compassion into action. Thank you for your time.